on GradysMom. I have a Q&A video for you today. It's probably going to end up being a two-part video because there's a lot of questions, and a lot of the questions are not like yes or no questions. So it's 7:27 in the morning right now. I just got done bringing Grady to school. I'm going to start first with some questions that I had gotten that I've been saving for this Q&A. And then I'm going to go to my Facebook page and do all the questions on there. So one of the questions I got that I've been holding on to and waiting to answer is Paula T asks, you are such a minimalist. How do you do it? I am such a pack rat and can never seem to get rid of things. Can you give us some tips and tricks on how you live a more minimalistic life? So the number one thing that's worked for me is I don't allow myself to get attached to material things. So yeah, even though stuff that we have is nice and it serves its purpose, I never let myself get attached to it to the point where I just can't get rid of it. Because if you get attached to everything that you own, you're never going to get rid of anything. Several times a year, I kind of do an inventory of everything in my home, meaning obviously not, my furniture and not everything, but things like clothing or my son's toys or my son's clothing or, home decor, that kind of thing. I kind of assess everything and just think, am I using this? Do I like it? And if the answer is I'm not using it and I don't really like it anymore, I either donate it, sell it, or give it away. And I constantly am doing that. There's not really like a set time of year or time of, I just kind of do it when it feels right, but I make sure that I always stay getting rid of things that I don't use or selling things or donating things or again giving them away. So just sort of try to live that, live with that approach of it's just stuff, because at the end of the day it really is just stuff, and it doesn't matter in the long run. And honestly, why hold on to things for years and years if you honestly cannot see yourself using them again? So hopefully that helps. It's like a short answer. Jen F asked, what are 3 foods that you hate? So one of them is sour cream, another one is cottage cheese, and another one is Greek yogurt, which is funny that it's all dairy things, but I'm just not the hugest fan of dairy things in general. I also don't like cream cheese. I don't know, I guess white dairy things. I don't drink milk. So yeah, those are the 3 that come into my mind first. Jasmine R asked, what is a food we'd be surprised to know that you don't eat or like? Fish. I know probably some of you have noticed that in my what's for dinner videos or even cooking recipes, I never show recipes where I'm making fish unless it's for my husband. I just don't like it. I've tried to like it. I know it's great for you. I know that it would be a great kind of alternative to certain things that we do eat or to mix it into our meal plan, but I just don't like it. My husband loves fish, so occasionally I'll make fish for him, but I just don't like the taste or the texture. So I just can't seem to like it. So I'm thinking, and also sushi. I don't like sushi, which is weird because I'm Asian. And maybe the seafood thing is weird too. And not all seafood. I like things like clams and mussels and crabs. So I like shellfish, but as far as fish, like salmon or trout or tilapia, I just don't like it. Again, I've tried, it's just not for me. Jen F asked kind of a naughty question. She said, have you ever had a one-night stand? Feel free not to answer if you don't want to. I have, and I feel most people I know have. Just curious if you have. Yes, I have had a one-night stand. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to some Facebook questions. I'm going to do as many as I can in this video, and then whatever is left I will do in the part 2 video. So I'm just going to go in order. There's quite a few of them. Okay, Amanda W asks, what kind of snacks do you like? What shampoo and conditioner are you using? And are you ready to decorate for fall like I am? Hey girl, by the way, what snacks do I like? I like salty things. I like potato chips. I like chips and salsa. I like, what else do I like? I like white cheddar popcorn, the Smart Pop, the black bag, white cheddar popcorn. Sometimes I like
sweet things, but it's usually candy. I like fruit candy. I like Starburst. I like Skittles. But actually lately I've been trying to cut back on sugar, like sugar in general. So I've been like kind of refraining from candy. So hopefully that helps. I like kind of salty chips and salsa, popcorn, that kind of thing. What shampoo and conditioner are you using? I honestly switch all the time. Right now I'm using up like a Garnier Fructis shampoo, which I don't like, but I'm going to use it till it's gone. It's almost gone. And for conditioner, I usually use like a deep conditioner. Right now I'm using the TRESemmé 5-Minute Miracle. It's like a hair mask. And I only wash my hair 3 times a week. So right now I'm using the Garnier Fructis shampoo. I don't know the exact name, but I don't really like it. And again, the TRESemmé leave-in hair mask for a conditioner. Are you ready to decorate for fall like I am? Absolutely. As soon as that calendar hits September 1st, it's on. I'm going to get all my fall decor out and decorate my house. So I can't wait for that. Shauna R asks, what time do you wake up and what's your morning routine and schedule like? Now that Grady's back in school, actually I always get up at 5 a.m. all year. Except on the weekends, I will sleep in till like 6:30 or 7. But now that it's back to school, I'm still getting up at 5 a.m. every day, again, except for the weekends. Morning routine and schedule. Now that Grady's in school, so I get up at 5, I come downstairs. The first thing I do is light a candle. I know that's maybe a little weird, but it just kind of makes me awake and feel happy. So I light a candle. I immediately get a coffee cup and make a cup of coffee. I just hit that button on the Keurig, make a coffee. I make my husband's coffee. I'll make my husband something for breakfast. Nothing intricate. It's like a bowl of cereal, like one of those microwavable breakfast sandwiches, a bagel. I'll toast a bagel. Easy things like that. While he's eating his, breakfast and drinking his coffee, I will pack his lunch for work, which for those who are new, I have done what I pack in my husband's lunch videos. So there is a playlist for that. If you want to check those out, they're all like lunch related videos. So I pack his lunch. By then it's like 5:20, 5:30 by the time I'm done with all that. So my husband leaves for work between 5:30 and 5:45 in the morning. When he leaves, I will take a couple minutes, and I mean like literally 5 minutes, drink a little coffee, and then I will wake Grady up so he can kind of get woken up and get with the program. I'll put on the TV for him, like Mickey Mouse. Around 6 o'clock, I will go upstairs and get ready. Usually if it's just getting ready to drop him off at school and not really do much after that, I'll just throw like I'll wash my face, brush my teeth, I'll throw like a little BB cream on, just for a little coverage. I'll throw like comfy clothes on, like gym kind of clothes, and then I'll bring him to school. Obviously he has to get dressed and brush his teeth and wash his face and all of that. And then now he eats breakfast at school. I drop him off at 7 o'clock, and then I start my day. So hopefully that helps for like my wake up morning routine schedule. Madison, my girl Madison, her channel, by the way, is Lattes and Lipstick. She asks, what is one makeup product you cannot live without? I'd have to say foundation. I have problem skin, and even though it's hard because I love my lip gloss, I love my eyeliner and mascara, I'd have to say foundation if I could only pick one. So right now I'm using 2 different foundations. I mix and match, or I alternate. I use the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation, or I use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. So I alternate between those 2. So I'd have to pick one of those 2. Again, foundation. Emily R asks, would you rather have a full-time cook or a full-time housekeeper? Cook. Even though I love to cook, it would be really nice to have somebody do it for me. And as odd as it might sound, I don't really mind cleaning my house. I mean, I don't look forward to it, but there's something satisfying about it for me. So I'd have to say a cook, and then I'd be my own housekeeper. So I'd have somebody do my cooking, and then I could clean my house when it needed to be cleaned. Miranda L asks, Leanne, what are some of your go-to breakfast ideas in the morning for yourself and for Grady? I will have to start waking up at 5 a.m. in a couple weeks, so I'm trying to get in the routine now. I'll be honest, I don't always eat breakfast, me personally. I would say in a 7-day week, I probably eat breakfast 3 times. Usually I just have a smoothie. If I'm hungry, I'll have like an egg scramble. For Grady, he now eats at school, but some ideas for your son: you could do an egg, you could do some toast, you could do cinnamon toast, cereal's always good, yogurt and fruit, a smoothie if he likes smoothies, and again, this could even be for you. I really love egg scrambles. I just throw in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some cheese, some veggies, some meat, scramble it all up, make a piece of toast. If you have a little more time, you could do like French toast or pancakes or waffles, obviously. I really don't ever have time for that. When I make French toast, pancakes, or waffles, it's usually breakfast for dinner because I have more time. So hopefully those are a few ideas for you and your son in the morning. Rachel C. asks, what are you most looking forward to as the weather cools off? I'm looking forward to a lot of things, but the number one thing I'm looking forward to is fresh air. I love opening my windows and having fresh, cool, crisp air, especially in the morning. Here, that's going to be a while. I would think maybe, and this is maybe is the key word, in September, I'll be able to do that just in the morning. The days are still hot here in September, but maybe in September I can open up the windows. I have a storm door on my back door, and it has a screen that slides all the way down. So I'm actually most looking forward to that cool air, fresh air, crisp air, because right now I've had no air except for central air conditioning, and I'm looking forward to fresh air. Stacy D asks, besides being a wife and mom, what do you like most about yourself, and what compliment could you give to yourself? What do I like most about myself is my ability to adapt to any kind of person from any walk of life, any age, any race, any religion, and I have the ability to make people feel comfortable. I always have, and I could meet a complete stranger, maybe even somebody who's introverted, and I just have this strange ability, which is very genuine, to make you feel comfortable as if you know me, and let your guard down and just be yourself. I don't know why I have that gift. I think maybe partially from my dad. My dad is very much like that. And I don't take it for granted. I think it's an awesome characteristic to have, and I love that about myself. And what compliment could you give to yourself? I'm a kind-hearted person. I'm definitely not weak or a doormat, but I pretty much live by the rule, if you are cool to me and a good person to me, I will be the same to you and be kind to you. So it's like you give me respect and I give you my respect. So that's sort of how I choose to live. Okay, so I'm gonna have to end it here because I have a timer and I know how much time I have for this video, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do part 2 a little later, and these videos will go up back to back. So part 1 will go up one day and part 2 will go up the next day. So there will be back-to-back videos this week that you're seeing this. So stay tuned for part 2 if you guys want to see more. Thanks for watching.